All the lampshades are beautiful. Little Kevin grabbed my index finger and started pulling me towards my bedroom. Kevin was my neighbor's son. I'd agreed to babysit him while his mother took care of errands. I'd been apprehensive about my decision. I'd babysat children before, but never one diagnosed with autism. "What is it?" I asked, unsure of where this was going. Kevin pointed at the lampshade I had bought a few days ago. "It's the lady. You have a lampshade." Sally, Kevin's mother, had warned me of his habit of stretching out syllables. "Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it?" I asked. The lampshade was hand-painted with images of leaves and flowers. "Do you like it?" "Yes," he replied. "I love lampshades." I smiled. "Wow, that's wonderful. Do you have any at your home?" Kevin nodded his head vigorously. "Yes, I have on." He put up one finger. "But my other house has 5E and Jason has 3E and Ron has 2. Other house." I was confused. "What other house? Are Jason and Ron your friends?" I asked. "Nope," Kevin responded. "They're not real." Then he ran out of the room. Puzzled, I followed him. Kevin had taken out his toy car from the bag Sally had left and started rolling it on the floor. I walked up to him. "Kevin, can you tell me about Jason and Ron?" I asked. Kevin continued playing with his toy. "They're imaginary," he replied without looking up. "Mom says they live in my head." I sat down on the couch watching Kevin play. After a moment, he continued, "I have lots of friends in my head, and they all have lampshades just like yours. And all the lampshades are beautiful." With that last word, he looked up and grinned at me beatifically. His smile was infectious. I laughed out loud. I couldn't have thought it possible, but Kevin grinned even wider. "Can I meet your friends?" I asked, but immediately regretted it. I wasn't sure it was the right thing to say. What if I ticked off something? But Kevin remained quiet. He thought for a moment and replied, "I'll put you in my head when I meet them tonight, and I can give you 2 more lampshades in my head. But not 3. He raised 2 fingers. I smiled. "Sure," I said. "Say hi to them from me." Kevin nodded and returned his attention to his car. I watched as Kevin navigated the car through the room, under the coffee table, through the arms of the chairs, and around the couch. Presently, I heard the slowly increasing sound of a police siren in the distance. The change in Kevin was immediate. He threw away the toy car and covered his ears. He started shaking violently. He was clearly in distress. I remembered Sally had told me how loud noises, especially sirens, affected Kevin. I panicked. I really hadn't signed up for this. Then I remembered Sally had also told me what to do in such a situation. I quickly moved towards Kevin and put my hands on his ears as well. I held him tight as he continued shaking. He was making a soft guttural sound from his throat, and it scared me. But I held on. We remained like that, Kevin shaking and making that sound and me holding on to him for at least 10 minutes after the siren had long faded away. Slowly, Kevin stopped moving. He stood up from my embrace and looked at me with his expressive brown eyes. His mop of dark hair was in complete disarray. "I'm hungry, he said. "Can I have a sandwich?" I sighed and nodded. "Sure. Do you like grilled cheese?" Kevin grinned in response. Sally returned from her errands an hour later. "I hope he wasn't too much trouble," she asked. Her expression was uncertain. Sally had gone through too many babysitters. She knew how it went. I shook my head to allay her fears. "Kevin was a real dream," I replied. A surprised smile broke out on Sally's face. "We both share a love for lampshades." Sally laughed. Kevin waved at me before leaving. "You'll meet Jason and Ron tonight," he said. "I look forward to it, and I can't wait to see you next time." I replied and closed the door. Honestly, I couldn't wait. Like this video if you enjoyed All the Lampshades Are Beautiful, And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy more whimsical short stories. You can find the link to my book in the description.